Lots of action in that front row as we are moments away from kickoff here at Westshore Parks and Recreation in beautiful Colwood, BC.
Burnaby's lining up their teams probably for an exciting kickoff opportunity. This is their first chance at getting the ball back, setting a precedent for an away game, really trying to show these Valkyries that they came to play and they're not tired from that long day of travel all the way over from Greater Vancouver.
Burnaby Lake number 10, Naira Basali taking the kickoff. And
we are
here
live.
we go. First game of the day, ready for action. Kickoff, Westshore. Bloomfield juggles the ball a little bit, but goes into contact on the far side of the field. First hit up for the Valkyries here today. Now a short ball, just one pass. Breaks through a little bit as Gailas.
And the offload.
Offload is away. She's got one to beat. Just the fullback. Is she going to get away? She does get away.
Holy
What
cow.
a way to open up the day for Brooke Horsfall.
Great carry, great collision. Obviously an awesome offload to be able to get that ball away, for her to just wheel around the outside. Little bit of a fend to that last fullback, and away she goes into the try zone.
That was an incredible way to open the scoring here at Westshore Parks and Recreation with Valkyries up 5-0, kick to come. Burnaby look a little stunned, not even a minute into this game.
This tempo is already reminding me of a match the Valkyries had last half where they brought themselves up to triple digits. It was a scoring frenzy. I believe it was against another team.
It definitely was against another team.
I really hope it was. Otherwise, triple digits by yourself is not nearly as impressive.
An inner squad scrimmage, triple digits.
Who was it? I want to say it was
Just
Abbotsford.
goes wide. So 5-0 to start the game with a minute and a half gone in this game.
Burnaby's going to have to come up with a quick answer here. Hopefully either trying to retain their own ball or maybe pinning it deep and just forcing Westshore to play in a bit more of a risky field position. Time will tell.
Naira Basali back kicking midfield for Burnaby Lake. Looks like she's probably going to go to the same side again. She does. Looks like it's Bloomfield taking the ball, juggles it backwards a little bit. Play on, says the referee. She's going to crash to that same spot. Great clear out there from Westshore. And again on the carry, breaks free. Almost looked like they were setting up the same play from that first try of the game. Now Britton gives outside to Horsfall. Horsfall goes in with support. Burnaby Lake trying to jackal, doesn't get in. Britton again. Valkyries pushing to the wing. Probe takes it in. Counter ruck from Burnaby, almost. They do get it. Holding on is the call from the referee against Westshore.
That is exactly what Burnaby needs in this position. Their defense is looking a little lackluster on the collision aspect, on the tackling, but they do have heads-up awareness to know when to go for that ball and play an advantage.
So Burnaby Lake will go to the line out on Westshore's 40. Thompson for Burnaby throwing in here. 5-man line out. They go to the front, and Burnaby is able to hold on to it. Brooke takes it in. Big tackle there from McKay for the Valkyries. Burnaby, one runner going in. Milburn.
She
has
is
support.
Rumbling.
Short side, Burnaby goes. Then Gulick just goes in. Big tackle there from the Valkyries.
You could hear the thud from here.
Milburn gives a quick pop to World Drenny. And now Hindley just carries, taking a couple with her. Same way Burnaby goes to the boot. Trying to find McWhinney. Doesn't quite get it. Valkyries now with the ball on their own 22. Looking to build some space. Bloomfield. Bloomfield finds a gap. Bloomfield's got two to beat. Does she have the legs?
Can she go? Can she go?
She's gonna go all the way.
She's gonna do it under the posts.
gets tackled by Nishi on the try line, but Bloomfield, and I do have a correction, she did score that first try, so that is 2 for Bloomfield on the day.
Impressive.
4.5 minutes gone.
We are still at a higher rate for 1 point per minute. A wonderful, wonderful match.
Incredible opening sequence here for the Westshore Valkyries. Big defensive stance as Burnaby tried to break into their defensive half, and then it just goes all the way the other way with Bloomfield scoring her second try of the day.
I think that just goes to show the difference here right now with the team that's leading are the ones making the more dominant tackles on defense. Burnaby's tackles seem to be a little lackluster. They are just breaking or taking 2, 3 defenders to bring an offensive player down, where Westshore is able to go 1 for 1, and that difference shows.
Britain gets the extra points there, pushing Westshore to 12-0 against Burnaby. The men's Division 1 match is about to kick off on the far field there, with both teams wearing white over there.
If you are in the area, feel free to pop by, grab a little brew pop, you know, sit yourself in between the fields and watch 2 rugby games live at the same time.
Men's Division 1 boys heading back to the shed to change their jerseys. Bit of a kick clash. Back to this women's game. Horsval just juggles the ball a little bit behind, but is able to clear it up. 2-man tackle from Burnaby. Now Valkyries just crash up, 1-up runner with support. Burnaby's in there, though. They do get the steal, turns it over, and just throws it back is Milburn. Her support is able to jump on top of it. Now the other way goes Burnaby. Stevenson trying to offload it. Thankfully, Burnaby is able to hold on to it there. Fly half goes to a grubber, and that's going to bounce into the end zone, and Britain's just going to touch it down for the goal line dropout.
Great kicks from Burnaby's 10 there. I do think, though, they look a little individualistic. The rest of Burnaby doesn't quite seem awake to those kicks quite yet. Here for the goal line dropout.
Emery Britton.
Going short.
Goes very short. Burnaby picks it up just off of Westshore's 5-meter line.
A little bit of a risky play if you can't back yourself confidently on defense.
Stevenson, the big lock goes in.
But Westshore backs themselves in the tackle.
Nairo Basali goes over the top. And the Burnaby Lake 12 tries to rumble through. Ball spills out the back. Burnaby able to hold on to it. Nairo Basali goes herself stiff arms 1. Takes a couple Valkyries to take her down. And penalty. Not releasing is the call against Burnaby, and Westshore gets away by the skin of their teeth from a big offensive effort by Burnaby Lake.
An absolutely risky play that went in their favor. Going for a turnover that close to your goal line underneath the goalposts is just asking for the opposition to get a free 3-pointer. You get that penalty kick if you mess up. So if you're going for that jackal in that position, you have to back yourself, and Westshore gets away with it.
So Westshore will go to the line out on the far side, trying to likely go for an exit off of this. Don't you think, Zephyr?
I do agree. I would imagine they're looking to use their remaining forwards.
But no, Burnaby disrupts and gathers the ball, so now they're back on the attack, just outside Westshore's 22. Burnaby Lake. Brooke carries. Gives to Milburn. Hibbs goes to Nairo Basali.
The offload's dropped.
Offload just knocks it on in the offload is Burnaby Lake. So we are going to have our first scrum of this BC Women's Premier game.
It is about 1 meter, maybe half a meter outside the 22. So Westshore is likely looking to run it out. They cannot kick it off the park. first set piece, first scrum of the game, I should say. See a little bit of our power here between the two packs.
And nobody liked that picture, so they're just going to reset that one. Everything looked a little wibbly wobbly in there.
Both of our team's captains today are appearing in the front row at number 3 and number 3. So it should be a fun little showboaty match between our leaderships. See who is the bigger, stronger pusher.
Big push from the Burnaby Lake scrum, and they get the penalty.
Great work there. They were able to maintain. They started to wheel a little bit of a degree change, but they course corrected, managed to go forward, which was really wonderful. And shots are called.
So off the scrum penalty, Burnaby Lake is going to take this opportunity to put 3 points on the board and punish that Westshore front row.
And what this says to me, with a kicker as skilled as their 10, Burnaby is confident in their pack. They're probably looking just to play around in Westshore's 22, draw those penalties, you know, take a scrum here and there, force Westshore to try to turn over the ball and fail. The more penalties you get down here with a confident kicker, the easier it is to run up the scoreboard.
And the fly half pretty easily
misses.
No point. Unfortunate work from the Burnaby Lake fly half. So the score stays 12-0 for Westshore. We're going to restart play with a 22-meter.
You really hate to see it, as unfortunate as that is, with a 10 who's eager to go over the top with a grubber through. Nice high and short on the starts. You would expect a bit of confidence in that penalty kick.
One game is off and running on field 2 over there with Westshore in blue and Burnaby Lake in white. Excuse me. Back to the action in front of us. Burnaby Lake with the ball, but Westshore gets a penalty.
You looked away at the worst possible moment, Max. Burnaby managed to tip that 22 goal or dropout, and the ball landed in Burnaby's hand, and then Westshore immediately strips it down and turns it over.
There's just so much rugby going on here. It's hard to know where to look today.
And for the sake of the viewer at home, next week we will have both the men's Division 1 and women's playing on the same field. Just kidding. That wouldn't actually happen. But it'd be exciting.
Yeah.
It would be exciting.
Westshore line out in Burnaby's half for the first time in a while. Westshore goes a +1, tries to go to the back, bit off kilter is that throw, so Burnaby will pick it up, play on. Hindley just takes it in for Burnaby. Going short side is France. Stevenson carries, big support there. Out the back to the boot again is Burnaby. We're going to be seeing a lot of that today. Britton gathers okay, gives a quick pop to the short side.
She goes, she can.
Finds some space, gets past another, but France for Burnaby Lake is able to tackle. Good support there from the Valkyries.
Ball is still inbound.
Now Minter, the captain, carries. Trying to just slow things down, reset for the Valkyries. Good run there.
That sideline carry is what Westshore needed. Put a little bit of grease in their gears. Fire them up.
Bloomfield, the double try scorer today, carries herself. Ends up in the hands of Hall, who has to take it in the scrum half. Oh, and now Sims goes. Just shoving people off her as she runs in.
Big collisions.
Stygent.
Oh,
side to pro.
Down.
Same way. The winger sheds one off. Sheds another one off. She's just going all the way. She gets it.
She can. A little bit of assistance from her teammate there to just push over the line. That is exactly what Westshore needed.
Sinclair just sheds about 3, 4, 5 tackles off of her to get Westshore's third try of the day.
I was about, before that series of play there, I was about to say that Burnaby looked a little consistent. They were doing the same things over and over again, which was great. And Westshore is having some individualistic moments, but I was corrected with a break down the wing, put a little bit of amp in them, and then next thing you know, a team-based try down in the corner.
Back-to-back tries for Westshore as the men's Division I just scored their first try of the game over on field 2.
So far, dominant showings in the first half of these matches.
Britton puts the ball up and does get the extra 2 points.
Bringing it 19-0.
For the Westshore Valkyries, 15 minutes into this half, Zephyr, and we've seen some incredible rugby so far.
Still on track. That's a point per minute. Love that statistic. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
It's going to be your favorite stat of the day.
Absolutely.
Later today at halftime during the men's Premiership match, we're going to have BC Rugby Union CEO Matthew Carter on for a quick interview. So don't miss that. It's going to be a good one.
Exciting stuff.
Now Burnaby Lake Women's Premier back on the kickoff after that Westshore try.
Unfortunate bobble there.
We're going to call that a knock-on. So Burnaby will start inside Westshore's half with that powerful scrum of theirs.
It's a great position to be in after being scored on. Does the CEO know he's being interviewed?
He sure does.
Perfect. He did not just show up to his place of residence and turn the camera on. Hey, you're live. Huh? Big collision. You can hear the hit from here.
Westshore, good
around.
shunts, and they end up with the ball.
Clean.
It's Horsfall. Great work, but holds on in the tackle, so Burnaby gets away with that. They go quick off the tap. Brooke tries to give a quick offload, but it just goes backwards. Burnaby recovers. Lalonde carries. Now France goes the other way. Van Gulik.
That was a pretty...
Van Gulik to Thompson. Couple big hits there in the contact.
Hear the smack from here.
Westshore ends up with the ball.
They're turnover machines
today. McKay carries, takes 3 with her. Supports there from Westshore. Now Hall. Gives to Gillis. Gillis finds Sims. Sims outside to the winger. She dances around, tries to break through, and just gets pushed out of bounds. Great work from the Valkyries to turn that into an offensive moment, but unfortunately, they just step outside the white line.
But they give themselves a little bit of breathing room to make some defensive decisions. They might be able to play a bit more recklessly or confidently coming up here in this half. You know, when the first scrum results in a penalty on your 22 and then the next scrum is on your 22, that really is a result that you can hope for. Oh, the ball is given as a penalty. It looks like the ref was chatting with Burnaby. Instead of it going out, Westshore had the option to drive it down to Burnaby's 22. I wonder what that was about. I would have to assume something to do with maybe the collision going out of bounds.
When she stepped out of bounds, there was a late hit or something there. Didn't quite see it. And regardless, Westshore has a line out inside Burnaby's 22. And the ball goes over. Minter just misses it. Britton gives it a kick through. And Hindley for Burnaby will just jump on it. And we're going to get a penalty against Westshore for offside. So an offensive opportunity for the Valkyries is going to go the other way now.
Squandered a little bit with that tap through, I would say myself. As instinctual as it is to just kick a ball that's loose on the ground, sometimes you do just need to dive on it and put your body in the way as opposed to kicking it back to the opposition.
So a line out at the 22 is now a line out the other way at the halfway mark. Burnaby with their usual 5-man setup. Go to the front.
Stolen.
Westshore disrupts, but ends up back in Burnaby's hands.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It goes the other way. Westshore carries. Good support there from the Valkyries. Finds Sims. Sims goes out the back to Britton. Britton goes to the boot. Little grubber through, finds some space.
Bobble's funny.
And Britton makes her own tackle off the kick. Great effort there from the fly half.
Burnaby fighting back to their feet, trying to get the push on the ruck.
And a bad pass goes the other way, and Gillis goes for a try. Westshore capitalizing on Burnaby Lake mistakes adds 5 points to their tally.
70% of tries are scored in the turnover. That is exactly what you want. Picture perfect rugby. One mistake, capitalize, save your energy, score.
As you were saying earlier, Zephyr, it looked like Westshore was going a little individualistic for a bit there, but they seem to have found their composure as a team and just are looking to wait for those opportunities, and one was served to them on a silver platter.
I think what they're doing quite well right now is knowing where individual strengths are and allowing their players to play confidently within that. If somebody's quick, allowing them space on the outside. If somebody's strong, allowing them to take some more dominant collisions. And it just creates better teams and better plays.
So 26-0 here for the Westshore Valkyries with 3 different try scores. It is shaping up to be a pretty good day for Westshore Rugby Football Club.
A lot of chatter from the second game with the first divs over there. Hard to tell which is which. We got blue and white, which is both Westshore colors.
Westshore is in blue.
Oh.
Gillis, the previous try scorer for Westshore, picks up that kickoff. And now Norland. Quick pop to Minter. Minter finds some space.
Offload
And
City.
Sinclair.
Can she
Sinclair's
go?
outside.
She
breaks
stays
through.
in bounds.
Finally gets brought down on the Burnaby 22. Support there from Westshore. Britton almost drops a pass. Norland just bobbles it the other way. Knock-on advantage for Burnaby, and they're just going to play the knock-on instead of the play-on. Great run there from the Westshore winger, Sinclair.
Absolutely. As a forward, I love to see that, let my teammates go. The wingers have their break, have their run. But if they can stay in bounds, you move up in my book. Doesn't matter if you get an 80-meter run if you're just knocked out of bounds. So Sinclair being able to sidestep back in and keep momentum alive is wonderful to see.
Burnaby Lake put in the scrum half for them, France. Good effort from both packs there. Westshore gets the final win on that one. Ball goes out the back, and the fly half for Burnaby, a quick step inside, almost gets away. Finds some support. Brooke goes in.
Some individual runners there from Burnaby. A
No
little bit
9.
slow in the breakdown, too.
Burnaby gets the ball back. Van Gulik is just going to run themselves. Burnaby trying to run this ball out of their own half. Not going anywhere, just staying in the middle of the field. Westshore defense looking strong as Brooke, the blindside flanker, carries it in. Big double tackle there from the Valkyries to put down the Burnaby runner. Now the other way, Milburn. Milburn trying to throw people off. Gets driven back again. Ball spills out. Hindley picks it up. Tries to give it. Goes backwards, but Lalonde for Burnaby is there to jump on it. This Burnaby attack from inside their own half going the wrong way.
Sometimes you do need to play it out for some confidence and ball retention.
And now Westshore finds it.
But too much of that.
Just gives the offload, and it just goes off the hands forward. So Burnaby
gets lucky.
Gets very lucky there with their attack going the wrong way, and Westshore almost comes away with another try.
And that's really why you want to kick out of your own end. When you're stuck in your 22 like that, yes, having a bit of confidence and ball retention is great for morale, but you play too long in your 22, you are going to make a mistake. And when the opposition has 8 meters to run instead of 40, it's just basically giving away free points.
So Burnaby going to try and rely on their pack here.
And I mean, after that first scrum, most of the scrums have looked kind of even. I mean, that last one we saw, it was a bit of push back and forth for it ultimately to collapse with no real direction.
I think they both are pretty evenly matched. That first one going Burnaby's way, and then Westshore putting on the shunt in the second one. This one is looking the same.
Burnaby's
Wheels a
holding.
little bit. Bad pass by Burnaby gets picked up by the center. The center finds some space.
Good. She's
Pushing people.
through.
Oh, she almost got away. Just trips over her own feet.
There's a sniper in the bushes.
So now France will go the other way. Milburn finds some space outside, gets brought down by Minter. And now the fly half finds the center. Burnaby with a bit of space, looking for the offload, doesn't quite get it. Great tackle there from Horsval. Counter ruck from Westshore is good. So now Westshore on the attack.
You get a
Burnaby,
little complacent, and they turn it back over.
You gotta be in there on those rucks. You gotta support, especially on a quick turnover like that. You can't give the ball back right away.
I mean, the result is the slowdown of the game and Burnaby kicking, so it's not the worst result in the world. However, to go on such a defensive stick, shut down a run from the center like that, turn the ball over for it to be immediately lost in the first phase is unfortunate.
So a great position here for the camera to see this line out. Burnaby sticking with the 5-man.
Off the line,
The
the
referee
ref says,
is setting the mark.
taking control of this game.
And go in. They're going to the middle this time. No jump. Doesn't matter. They get the ball. Burnaby with some space. Never mind. They get brought down. That Westshore defense is looking incredible today. Big run. Line speed is great here from the Valkyries.
That's all they really need.
Same way. Milburn just carries that one. Decides to switch direction. Gets brought down. No gain on that run.
Westshore's been able to score off
And a
Burnaby's
penalty.
mistakes. Woo, love to see
Not
it.
releasing.
With Westshore being able to score off Burnaby's mistakes, defense is
Quick
really
tap
all they
from
need.
the Valkyries. The hooker finds some space outside. Gets to the wing.
Can she
This
stay
is
in bounds?
Great attack from the Westshore Valkyries. Now Britain, the fly half is just going to go themselves.
Interesting decision.
Make some gain line.
I am hoping to see the ball make it all the way to the wing again. See if Sinclair will go in for her second try this match.
Gillis gets away from that tackle. Finds some space outside. Tried to get the offload to Camasioli, but it just bobbles forward. So,
Drag her out of bounds. No, she fights in.
and we're going to go back to the knock-on from Gillis.
to.
Here we go. We're back on in this women's premier game.
Both packs looking stable, eager, hungry. They've just had their 2 minutes of rest. A little bit of a breather. It's all you can hope for as a forward.
Big push from the Valkyries pack.
Burnaby's flank sliding up the front.
Nice little switch pass. Doesn't quite go the way they were thinking it would, but that was a big collision there on the 22 and a high tackle penalty against Westshore.
Crazy. I
don't
see
think
an
she
elbow
was-
to a jaw.
I don't think she was ready for that collision. It just looked like she kind of ran into her.
I mean, you know, you get on the freeway, that's what happens. You get run over.
Get off the tracks. So Burnaby off the penalty will go for a line out just inside their 40. Call being communicated from the flanker. Lalonde to the back. Doesn't quite go
Stolen.
right. Westshore ends up with it. That was McKay who picked it up. Now Minter gives to Cousineau. Now Sims. Quick tug to Britton, who goes to the boot. Finds a bit of space in between the back line. Nishi picks it up for Burnaby and just gets brought down, just getting swarmed by Valkyrie's players. Counter ruck, no good.
I think it was off her feet. The counter ruck would have been good if you were able to support your own weight. Of course, if you lose that, you drop to your knees, you go on your hands. You're showing you're out of control of your strength and power, and the penalty goes against you.
We've spent about the last 10 to 12 minutes inside this Burnaby half with both teams playing offense here. Burnaby defense able to keep Westshore out of their try zone for now, but Westshore not able to break through.
We do have a try in the first division game. Nice sideline kick. And it hits, bringing the first div game to 19-0 for Westshore.
Great couple first games here.
A
quick
quick
line
line
out
out.
to the front for Burnaby Lake.
Love to see that. You got to always make sure the opposition's awake. If you can catch them sleeping, you got to capitalize.
Now Burnaby. Quick tip to the 10 who goes in herself.
She's stuck in the ruck. She looked like she was trying to get back to her
A
feet.
bit of argy-bargy there. Play on, says the referee. Minter unhappy with that as she's yelling at Burnaby's fly half. But the game goes on. Big hit there. Able to get the offload away, though. That would have been a few meters backwards. Milburn, who was able to stay in the game after going down to a knee, carries. Same way. Bit of space here for Burnaby. Nishi able to pick up the bounce pass, goes in, gets brought down by
We got hands
a couple.
on. No.
And penalty, not rolling away, is the call against Hall. If you are in the Victoria region, Westshore is hosting its annual country night at Paparazzi nightclub starting at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online now. They're only $10. All proceeds go to supporting grassroots rugby here in the Westshore. Burnaby Lake now finally in Westshore's half after extended pressure inside their own, are looking to build some attack. They have a four-man line out, goes to the front. Westshore disrupts, but no, Burnaby able to hold on to it, and they get driven out of bounds. Great defensive work from both the props there.
That's tough to see, especially with Burnaby going to a four-person line-out. You know, when you go to those smaller numbers in your line-out, you're expecting some quick or some rapid plays, maybe even a trick play like to the front prop again. But to see a front-boosted lost line-out is unfortunate.
Westshore going to the front, able to collect that one. Pop and pass, and they hold on to it.
Good collection.
Gonna have to reset there a little bit. Wasn't quite what they wanted to do. Now Britton, flying 10 coming in, almost gets her. Sims going, just throwing people off her. Great, powerful run from Courtney Sims. And a penalty against.
Oh, tough to see, holding onto the ball.
Quick tap from France.
Burnaby
has
wide.
some room, finds a gap. The 13 is going to go all the way, and she gets it in. Burnaby's opening try.
Looking like a team. Love to see that.
23 minutes into this game, Burnaby has their first 5 points. And it seems that ruck support is going to be a bit of an issue here for the Valkyries.
That Burnaby try is not unanswered, though. Men's first division scoring again, I believe, bringing their score 24-0. Still waiting on a sideline kick.
So probably good opportunity for the Westshore Valkyries to go back to their end zone and reset things a little bit. Things were getting a little heated there the last 6-7 minutes.
If you're kicking around the park, if you're near Wanda Fuca, if you're in the Colwood area, with 2 kicks waiting, 2 tries happened, now is a great time to pop by the Westshore Beer Gardens. You know, grab a drink, a brew pop, support the club, a little bit of money into grassroots rugby.
And the Burnaby kick does go through off a tough angle.
Honestly, there is a skill in and of itself of mastering the halftime. You obviously need a break, catch your breath, and recover. But waiting too long, getting too cold, slowing down can be really tough in terms of maintaining momentum.
Short kick by the Valkyries ends up with Burnaby ball in the middle of the field here. Short run. Counter ruck goes awry, not rolling away, says the referee. So Burnaby will quick tap, has some room on the outside again.
Westshore is struggling in their discipline around that breakdown, and the ref is playing hardball. They are really focusing on the rolling away, that releasing, the turnovers there. Westshore needs to start playing the ref.
France goes short side. The captain, Boldrini, carries. Only gets about 2 on that carry. Now looking to go the other way is Milburn. Milburn carries themselves. One up runners, finds Stevenson. Great little offload there from Burnaby Lake. Milburn again, short side. Finds the captain.
Ooh.
Captain goes down. Gets brought down hard by Gillis.
Call that a super slam.
Things getting a little scrappy on that far side of the field. Now Burnaby looking to extend it. Nairo Basali goes herself, breaks through. Looked like she was going for the offload, elected to keep it.
Really? It looked like she was going for the straight arm stiff punch. That's what I was seeing.
Not sure what's going on in that ruck. A lot of yelling.
I think
Now
that's just,
Stevenson, the big lock, will carry.
I think that's just the theme at the moment. The breakdowns are getting argy-bargy, and tensions are high.
Turid Takalo carries.
Does she get it? Hands on the ball.
And
finally
she
gets
does.
Making a
Great
smart
jackal
decision. That's
from
great.
Horsfall.
She's got to slow it down. Yes, good work there. I was about to say, considering the time left in this half and the score 26-7, it doesn't make a lot of sense for Westshore to be sticking their hands in every single ruck. It did just get them 3 penalties, allowed Burnaby to march down the field. But when the opportunity presented itself, they were able to get a successful turnover and get themselves out of a little bit of tension, a little bit of pressure.
So Westshore going to take one more crack at it with just under 2 minutes left in this half, trying to extend their lead a little more.
With how eager Burnaby was looking, they're obviously trying to get another try before this first half closes. I think Westshore would be smart to play a little bit slower, keep their lead, and avoid letting Burnaby.
Just over the top, and Burnaby ends up with it.
I spoke it into existence. Sorry, girls. My bad.
Brooke had a bit of space there, and now Milburn will carry across the field, gets the offload to the fly half, who has a bit of space. Looking to her 12 connection, and the rapid attack from Burnaby ends in a knock-on, and that will end the half here, says the referee. 26-7 for the home side.
I think a good testament to how the rest of this half is going to go is our first or second breakdown. We were having some penalties both directions in the first half at the breakdown for not rolling away, not releasing. So keep your eye on it. Maybe it'll tell you where this match is going.
Game on, says the ref. 40 minutes to glory here for the Valkyries. Captain for Burnaby just bobbles that ball a little bit, but Stevenson able to pick it up. Pick and go from Burnaby Lake.
Burnaby's first breakdowns are secure.
Looking to reset that a little bit. Now the fly half goes to the air, finds a bit of space. Ball doesn't quite go far enough for a 50-22, but Britain will just let it roll out. And Westshore is going to go to the line out inside their half.
Opting to play slow. Britain did have the opportunity there as she was the only one who touched the ball to play fast. That's why you saw Burnaby running up with their hands up, trying to contest the throw-in.
Gillis on the throw-in. Haven't seen the Westshore line out too much today. Norland will go to the middle. Ball goes over the top, but Minter able to clean it up.
That fly half looks like she's hunting heads.
Yeah. That was a great last-minute pass from Britain. Britain again with the ball. Finds Stingent on the outside. Stingent goes in. Has support. Talked about that Westshore ruck at the end of the second half there. Looks like they're trying to clean that up a little more.
Which is good. They did get penalized like 3 times in a row at the end of the last half where it just marched them down the field, gave Burnaby the opportunity.
Minter missed that ball. Now the ball's going every which way. That was a knock-on there against McKay. So an opportunity to get out of their half. results in a scrum against Westshore. Burnaby looking to get on the attack early now.
Excited to see this first set piece with the changes coming in. The scrums were quite dominant last half, so I'm hoping to see a little bit of that dominance carry over. Nice long binds, big collision. You can see a little bit of that tussle there on our side of the props' arms, fighting each other in the jersey and shoulder.
Both front rows just collapse there. Burnaby ends up with the ball. Nairo Basali goes herself.
He's still going.
Trying to give the offload, gets it away finally to the inside center. Burnaby inside the 22 now. Goes same way. The captain, Woldrini, goes in. Big hit there from Westshore. France digging for it in that ruck. Switches directions. Finds Turita Kola. And again. And she's in. Burnaby.
Well done, Burnaby.
Off a couple quick pick and goes on the ruck. Ends up back on the scoreboard with 5 more points. They are looking a lot more alive early in this second half.
Absolutely. It looked very much like the final 5 minutes of that first half, but I would say the difference is they're eager now, and last half they might have been hectic. You know, they're making those big breaks. They're looking for those extra offloads, but they're not always throwing them. They're making the decision when and where to throw it, and it's resulting in extra breakaways, bigger collisions, stronger rucks, and the overall end result is a team-based try.
Nairo Basali back on the kick. She's 1 for 2 today. Missed an early one right in front. Got a tough one right on the sideline for Burnaby's first try. And this next one looks pretty easy for her.
That is what I'm expecting from a player of her caliber. You know, I think that first one in the first game, it was earlier. Might have been a fluke. Needed to get warmed up. And sometimes those kicks underneath the post can be a little more daunting than you anticipate, especially if you're good at curving your kicks.
So Westshore at one point up 26-0, now only down by 2 converted tries. This game's looking a little more competitive all of a sudden. Now Emery Britton goes to the boot. That ball's not going to quite go 10. And we are just going to go to the scrum at the center.
I think my statement about Westshore being a little tired or asleep in those first 10 minutes of the second half ring true right now. They look a little placated, might be the correct word to say. They're making some individual minor mistakes that aren't super huge, but are collectively keeping Burnaby in the game a bit longer than I think Westshore would have liked.
Burnaby Lake scrum at center. France, the scrum half, putting in with a 3-3 split for Burnaby Lake on the attack here. Can go any which way. Big hit there in the scrum. That was great.
Prop shoulders are up.
8
Nice,
gives to
good,
9.
strong
9
contest.
finds 10. 10 gives a switch inside to the outside center. Gets another offload away. Hindley, the 8 carries.
Good decision making from Burnaby's backs. Ooh,
Big hit there from Soleil Brooks. Didn't quite get her down, though.
sometimes you hit too hard, you bounce them out of your wrap, out of the tackle.
And to the air again.
Westshore's counter-attacking opportunity now.
Sinclair easily gathers that one, finds Gillis.
She is by herself at the moment. Can she fight?
Finally gets support, and no, again.
Not long enough. As great as it is to break away like that, sometimes you got to stay on your feet a little extra longer or go down sooner just so your team is able to support you in that breakdown. And that has been Westshore's weakness, is this breakdown, the tail end of last half and right now.
So Burnaby Lake going to go to a attacking line out inside Westshore's 22. I don't think we've seen many of those opportunities for either teams today.
I think we saw one earlier, but it was immediately nullified by an overthrow. So we might see our first maul of the match. I do love a good maul. Used to hate them. Bony parts everywhere. They hurt. But they're more fun now.
Elbows in your ears.
Ears in your elbows.
And quick throw in plus the lift. And the maul. Called it. Slow going at the start here. Burnaby's maul.
From the side. Penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage for Burnaby. Burnaby's going to go outside, just outside her fingertips, but we're going to go back for the penalty. That was McKay, who thought she saw an opening, but that's not what the referee saw.
Even if the ball is out, if the maul is formed, you have to come from behind. So you are allowed to bind onto your own players at the very back and work your way up, but you cannot immediately go through the side. Ooh, another breakaway try from Westshore in the second half.
Wow.
Opening it up.
That
Just
was
caught the tail
incredible.
end of that. I don't know how far it was going. I'm going to say it was 102 meters, all the way from our try zone to theirs. I did catch them. They looked like they were about the 50 or the 40, and it was an impressive sprint to end up in the corner.
Back on field one, Westshore Premier.
I believe that brings them 36-0 now. But I will get a more confirmed score update soon.
What Premier Women's Rugby, we've got a Burnaby Lake scrum here inside Westshore's half.
Burnaby confident in their scrum to take the penalty option instead of kicking for the lineout.
And Westshore dominating. Great scrum there from both teams. The 8, Hindley just carries and gets away, and Burnaby puts another one on the board.
That's 2 unanswered tries now. Westshore is struggling here to keep their lead. It is only a 9-point different game. So if Burnaby's able to convert here, they shorten it to a 1-try match, giving Burnaby the confidence to maintain through the second half.
This second half has totally flipped the script on its head. Westshore now on the back foot trying to maintain their lead as opposed to building on it.
I do hope Westshore comes out of their shell soon. They have had this before, where these 10, 12 minutes out of the second half are very similar to this, and then they wake back up for the final 20. But if you lose too much of a lead or allow Burnaby to get ahead, waking up in the final 20 does not matter.
Nairo Basali on the kick again, just inside the 15-meter mark on that far side.
She's made one exactly like this earlier. Let's see if she can do it again.
2 for 3 on the day. That one doesn't quite have enough mustard on it, so she'll go 2 for 4, and the score will remain
Gee willikers, Batman. You forgot the Dijon.
26-19.
$26-19. Did I do my math wrong?
15.
7. It is a 7-point game. Holy cow.
50 minutes gone here in this game. 30 to go. Can Westshore hang on to it or try to extend that lead a little more? Or is Burnaby going to come back? The captain now just drops it, goes backwards. Play on, says the referee. Hall is there right away and does get it. Incredible.
Woo!
Excuse me, that was Horsval.
Huge.
Great work from the
opportunity.
flanker for Westshore.
Looking to go quick, but they've slowed it down. The ball's gotten caught up in their feet. Quick score update from the men's first division, 34-5 for Westshore.
Wow. So the Valkyries will go to the line out.
I'm hoping to see another maul here. With how dominant Westshore scrum has been able to pop up Burnaby scrum, I do think they'll have some skills in this maul to potentially push it over for a try.
Keep your eyes on Soleil Brooks here. We're going to see some big stuff from her. To the middle. Westshore able to hold on to it.
No maul.
Sinclair.
Okay.
Stingent goes. Looks like she was going to give it, but just carries herself. The big inside center. It's got 3 or 4 supporting her. Now Soleil Brooks on the outside calling for it. She wants that ball.
Another penalty.
And
playing quick?
penalty is going to go against Burnaby on the 5-meter mark. Not sure what happened in that ruck, but that ruck discipline is going to be
That's been the name of the game
the
so
name
far.
of the game for both teams here today. Westshore's going to back their scrum off the penalty. I think that's an excellent decision. Open it up for the backs with only a few meters to go. You're almost guaranteed 7 points.
And Westshore has been able to show that they've been able to march, they've been able to pop up the opposition, they've been able to hold, and that's all you really need in this position. Dig in, get your cleats in the dirt. If you can hold, you avoid going backwards, you have won the scrum in this field position.
So Sinclair now playing scrum half for the Valkyries, going to go on the put-in. McKay at the 8-man position. And Sinclair will go herself. She's got space outside, looking to give the offload, gets it to the winger, and it's a forward pass.
Unfortunate.
Oh, no.
I understand the idea of drawing in some defenders and making the pass, but it looked like Sinclair maybe had a bit of space if she had backed herself or if she had just looked to make a pass straight from the hop. But I think she split the difference, and ultimately that ended up with a bit of a bobble on that offload.
That was an excellent set piece place and a great call by them to choose that. But, yeah, it looked like if she had just pinned her ears back, she would have got into the corner.
You'd be surprised how far momentum can carry you if you dive at the try line. It is hard to tackle a horizontal human being.
Do you know from experience there, Zeph?
Absolutely. All that ends up happening is you're wrestling a loose alligator, hopping in the hippo bin like you're just...
Big shunt there from the Westshore Valkyries in the scrum. Gets wheeled around, but Burnaby able to get it out at the last minute. Hindley, the 8-man carries.
Unfortunate for Westshore. When you get in those positions, you really do want to come away with points, especially with your opposition closing in on the
Burnaby
scoreboard.
kicks it away. Looked like they were trying to go for the exit, but it goes to the middle of the field. Hall gathered that one. Now Stingent. Stingent finds Britton. Britton steps inside, breaks a couple ankles. Breaks one, breaks two. Finally gets brought down 6-7 meters out from the try line. Same way. Stingent again.
Big stiff arm.
Dang.
Rumbling through. Oh.
And Horsval, one of the try scorers early in the first half, gets it.
She's marching. She needs her team with her to tell her to go down, or
She
to just
finally
push her over.
does. Westshore sets the ruck, gets counter-attacked by Burnaby, but no.
Offside
Not allowed
is
to
the
do
call.
that.
I think she flooded the ruck, maybe hit the 9. Is that is?
Something
maybe?
like that. So
I
Westshore,
saw her hands moving. Could be offside. Could just be I felt it. Who knows?
Westshore is going to call for another scrum 5 meters out from 5 points.
And honestly, like, yes, you want to come away with points, but if you can hold Burnaby in this position for an extended period of time, not only are you going to wear them out, you're going to wear down morale, you're just going to provide yourself a bit more comfortability with the time remaining to run away with the match.
This has been a great little sequence of play by the Valkyries, keeping the ball inside Burnaby's half again. They looked asleep for those first 10 minutes, but now we're 15, 16 minutes in, and they look a little more awake. Big hit there from the Valkyries. Ball gets put in by Sinclair. It's at the back. She goes the other way this time, finds Stingent, just bobbles backwards. Hall is able to pick it up.
To the edge. Does she
Finds
got the
Grant,
gas?
finds Sampson. Sampson's got space in front, only a couple to beat, and just gets shoved out by the Burnaby defense.
I do think that play might have worked if the ball hadn't initially bobbled, if you had a bit more time with it, the ability to draw on a defender and then pass. I think Sampson probably would have been away. However, a line out 2-3 meters outside of the try zone is not terrible. You can keep soaking time, running that clock, wearing down your opposition, trying to burn out Burnaby.
Looks like Haley Sampson got hit a little hard on that last sequence. She's down, so time is stopped for the time being.
Oh, sorry about the sniffling. ASMR. It is a cold, windy day here. Like we mentioned before, the wind is biting, especially standing up on this scaffold.
No, time is not back on. Apologies. I thought we had restarted the clock, but Sanson's still down. Looks like she's getting an HIA.
Which, if that is the case, players do need to be removed. Over to the first div.
Burnaby line out.
They have an attacking opportunity on Westshore's 22. They are bumping into each other. It looks like they just bonked heads, looking like a Saturday morning cartoon.
And it's a half arm from the referee over there for Burnaby.
That was actually crazy. I'm so glad I watched that.
Okay, Haley Sampson. She's good. She's back in the game.
Love to see it.
Great work from her to stay upright. So now Burnaby defensive line out on their own 5 meter.
They
gets knocked down.
Oh,
and
forward. I hate to see that for Burnaby. Their lineouts have been the weakest aspect of their game. What's this button do? Just kidding. Messing with Max Foot's setup here.
Sinclair feeds. Gets the ball. Britton. High ball gets it. Stingent. The Big 12 goes.
Ooh.
Gets brought down by Burnaby.
Physics wins.
And Burnaby steals that one. Ruck discipline again. Falter of the Westshore Valkyries here.
Westshore needs to respond. You can't spend this long in the opposition's 22 without coming away with points. Burnaby opting to try to run it out maybe, or they're setting up for a kick. The fly half is setting up behind the ruck, it looks like. So do expect a kick from her unless this ball breaks through.
Westshore, Burnaby finds the edge of the field, now goes back inside. One up runner throwing people off of her. Great run there from number 18.
Big collision.
Going the same way. Now the fly half looked like she was going to kick. She finds a gap. She's through the defensive line. Couple in front of her has support. And she does give it to the 13.
Oh,
and Hall doesn't quite get the tackle. And Burnaby's going to score again. So that's going to
turn it to a 2-point match.
Put the score.
Oof. I was singing Westshore's praises for being able to slow the game down and munch the clock in the opposition 22 like that. And that is a wonderful thing to do if you can capitalize when it comes to it. But a little bit of poor ruck responsibility and some discipline resulted in Burnaby turning it over, running it down the sideline, and making a wonderful break to score in the corner.
26-24 now the score. Burnaby's right back in this game. The fly half has a very tight angle kick here, almost on the sideline to tie it up.
She's got some very vocal supporters. They've got the music blaring. They're here all the way from Vancouver to show their support. Let her know that she has her fans. And a hush falls over the crowd.
And that ball is just not going to quite make it. So Westshore will hold on to their lead here, 26-24.
She does look like she's got the strength to do it and the length too, but it's off by a couple meters here and there on some of those more difficult kicks, which is understandable. You know, I couldn't make that kick.
A dominant lead from the Valkyries that looked almost insurmountable has ended up with only 2 points separating these two sides. Westshore's going to have to dig deep to hold on here and get the W today with 20 minutes to go. 1 quarter left in this BC Rugby Women's Premiership game. The captain carries, just goes in herself.
WWE slam down.
France goes to Stevenson. has support. Goes the other way now is Burnaby. Tries to find a gap. Great little run there from the 6.
Burnaby is looking reinvigorated. Westshore.
Oh, big hit there from Soleil Brooks.
With the
Soleil Brooks
turnover.
gets the ball.
A collision so big it knocked the ball loose. That is the wake-up call Westshore needs. Let's see if they can apply this pressure.
Soleil Brooks again. Oh, gives the ball to Kiki, and it just goes forward. That was an incredible hit from Soleil Brooks to get that ball going the other way. I don't even know how that happened. The referee is going to say we got to move things forward here, so a scrum is going to be played.
I think it's unfortunate that Burnaby doesn't quite have a full roster. If they did, I do think this would be the opportunity to take that lock out, but since they are playing with only half a bench, sometimes the ladies got to play.
Van Gulik is going to stay in the game, as Zephyr just mentioned. So that's going to be a leg up for the Westshore women. It's a Burnaby put in inside their own half. Fly half barking orders to her back line, looking like they might go wide on this one. Big push, and Westshore ends up with the ball.
Great work. It looks like it spilled out the side. The flanker grabbed it there.
Horsval, and a penalty.
Awesome.
Off feet against Burnaby.
Apply the pressure here, ladies.
Nice work. Soleil Brooks taps and goes quick. Big collision there on the 5-meter mark.
Getting it close.
And Gillis is going to go. She had one try today already. Ooh. Big dump tackle. That almost looked dangerous there.
Yeah, she got flipped upside down, got turtled.
Kiki goes. She's 1 meter out. Doesn't quite get it. Stingent gives to the edge. Hall gets it down.
And
she scores. Incredible work.
Great work from the team there. That's what we expect from the Valkyries. You know, when you're rumbling that close to the try line, it's easy to get taken over by white line fever and really just want to score yourself. But sometimes it's more important to end up a little short and get the ball back for your team so you can go again and again and again and eventually score in the corner.
So Westshore back in this game after giving up 4 unanswered tries. Doesn't quite get the kick. So the score is going to stay 31-24, but that puts 7 points between them.
Westshore started that first half with a bonus point, I believe, with their 4 tries. Let Burnaby get back in for their bonus point. You know, keep things interesting for us at home. You don't want to tune out in the second half, right? Please don't leave us. We're still here.
Thank you for watching this broadcast, and thank you to the Westshore sponsors, NZ Builders, Shoreside Plumbing and Heating, Pemberton Homes Real Estate, and the Tube Shack up in Lake Cowichan. Our local community allows us to do what we do here.
If for some reason you are in the local area, the Colwood area, pop by Wanda Fuca. We have a 3rd game kicking off at 2:30, the men's premier for Burnaby and Westshore battling head-to-head.
Burnaby Lake women kick off here to restart play. Norland will get it. Ayla Norland, the lock for Westshore, rumbles through, tries to break a couple tackles. Supported by Soleil Brooks. Soleil Brooks picks it up and gets a couple more meters.
Trying to stand to her
now
feet.
Sinclair gives it to Gillis.
Offload
Gillis
back
finds
inside.
some support. That was a great little ball.
Ripped in the
and that ball gets taken away. Burnaby with the ball now, midfield.
Great work from their rucks there.
Goes the same way. Almost gets picked off by Gillis. Burnaby holds on to it.
That would have been a wonderful opportunity.
The fly half
She's
MVP of the game for
dancing
sure.
around them right now. She's staying on her feet, looking for that offload. She didn't even get tackled.
Now the blindside flanker gives to number 18. Number 18 goes in, gets taken down. Staying same way as Burnaby, the captain. Tried to find some support, just goes herself.
B button. Spin
Almost gets jackled there. Holds on to it. Oh, big hit there from the Westshore defense. One-up runners for Burnaby, trying to find a hole inside.
Good offloads. They're looking for more.
France, the scrum half, going.
Making
Finally
this
gets brought down.
smart decision. No need for a fourth offload.
I think Westshore gets it. They do. They had hands in there on the ball before the ruck was formed. Now
Going
quick
quick.
tap.
She's going.
Oh, my.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was a big hit there from the Burnaby fly half. She came out of nowhere and just crunched her. Britain looks like she's down on the field.
And another penalty.
Off their feet. And we
And
go
she's
quick
back.
again.
She's
She wants
going.
it. She wants
Come
more.
on, come on.
Finds Brooks. Brooks finds Sampson outside Grant, excuse me. And a forward pass against Westshore. Unfortunate.
That's so unfun. Come on, ref. Let the girls play.
Let the girls play. That was a crazy sequence of defensive and offensive pressure. I don't know if I've seen a hit that big in some time.
It's been a minute.
And Brittany Sims is coming in the game, the veteran for the Westshore Valkyries.
I think a player coach sometimes even.
Player coach, yes, currently. She also just
Is a weapon.
some of the best work rate I've seen on a rugby pitch.
Swiss Army knife. Veritable Swiss Army player.
Usually playing hooker, looks like she's playing winger right now, so
With the 13
that's every
jersey on.
front row's dream.
My resume is 1 through 15.
Burnaby Lake with the ball. Goes for the switch. Finds some space outside. Mawinnie has room in front. Finally gets brought down.
Great offloads from Burnaby there. You'd love to see it.
Penalty
Penalty
advantage for Burnaby.
Another
And-
breakdown discipline issue.
And they just go quick tap on that is Brooke.
The
That
offloads are
ball-
faltering a bit.
All right, backwards, says the referee. Play on.
The breakdowns are really what is determining the pace of this game.
Basali finds Waldrini. She just crashes herself again. And now
Ooh.
Sheldon Houle.
Poor decision on the offload. A little too late.
France will go back the other way and
Off the
just
fingertips. Handling error is going to result in a scrum for Westshore. Relieves a bit of that pressure. Let's see if Westshore can answer and send it back down Burnaby's way. Let's play some rugby.
approaching the final 10 minutes of this game. Westshore Valkyries only up by 7 points. This is a tight contest, which is not what we expected going into this second half.
Not at all. It does make for more interesting ball, though.
Mm-hmm.
Westshore and Burnaby both have a bonus point for their 4 tries.
Big scrum there from both teams.
And
Sinclair able to pick it up, tries to get the offload, goes the other way. So we're just going to reset things here with a ruck on the 40.
I do believe there is a potential bonus point for the losing team if they keep it within 7 points.
That's correct.
So there is that on the table, as well as just the win itself.
Gillis. Oh, big hit there again from Nairo Basali.
Getting
She's
crushed.
a weapon on the defense.
Ball out quick.
Now
Good work.
Stingeon has some
Drawn
room.
pass. Unfortunate. Didn't quite look for
That
that
was
pass.
the right idea from the inside center.
Great series of play. Just an unfortunate individual technical error.
Brittany Sims just couldn't quite get there. So we're going to have a Burnaby Lake line out just inside the halfway mark. Sheldon Houle for Burnaby on the throw-in.
Looking like a little bit of banter between both forward packs here. Let's see what that results in.
Goes to the middle.
Quick.
Just kidding. She goes front. Quick to the front is
Slay.
Lalonde. Lalonde gets brought down by Slay Brooks, not letting go of her. You're not going
They
anywhere.
almost caught her asleep at the helm.
Stevenson now goes in. Takes 3 to get her down.
Looking to go back blind. Nope. Going
France goes to Nairo Basali. Nairo Basali, that was a fun little play. Gets it to the boot. And now Hall on the far side gets some space in front of her. She's so good with space in front. She just dances through tackles. Oh,
There it
penalty
goes. Penalty at the
against.
breakdown. Penalty at the breakdown. Penalty at the breakdown. We're seeing it all day long.
I think if Westshore had just cleaned that up, it they would not have let Burnaby back in this game today.
Nope. And even like they didn't need to clean it up 100%. They just needed to just choose when and where to go in. I think they're super eager for those turnovers, and I think they're super eager to maybe counter ruck and be physically dominant. But sometimes you just have to leave it alone. Burnaby's got 2, 3 in support. There's no point wasting resources on it. Another quick line out to the front prop there.
That was Will Drinny, the captain, who
Taken out of
steps
bounds.
out of bounds. So the lineout's going to go the other way now, and Westshore's going to get an opportunity to exit.
That 60-meter run from earlier in the first div game lengthens Westshore's lead 44-12.
Burnaby ball.
Max giving me a hard time with my phone background.
Sally goes to the air, tries to find her support, but Brittany Sims, the work rate, she ends up with it. Great work there.
Especially when you're by yourself on the wing.
Counter ruck against Burnaby Lake. Great work.
I was about to praise Westshore for being able to hold on to that ball.
Ratukalo. Big hit there.
Chopping trees.
Slade Brooks has been in a lot of those. Now the fly half. She had space in front of her, tried to give it.
I think she might have assumed she was tackled.
We're going to give the try. It looked like there might have been a knock on, but no.
No.
Clean, good try, says the referee.
This game keeps getting tighter and tighter. I'm actually going bananas up here.
31-29. 2 points separate these teams again. So Nairo Basali is going to go to the boot to try and tie things up with less than 8 minutes to go.
Personally, I would love to see so many tries back-to-back. Both teams get to triple digits. Now, wouldn't that be a showing? Max is breaking the scaffold up here. He just put the boot through the wood.
It's a dangerous job. Somebody's got to do it.
Absolutely. So they get the best of the best for it.
So Nairo Basali from the same spot as her last kick, going to try and get this one.
Gives it a little bit more juice. I think she's got it.
And that one, again, doesn't quite have enough mustard. It was on the right line, though. So Westshore.
Either she's got the power or she's got the finesse. She doesn't quite have both at that range right now.
Westshore is going to stay in the lead by only 2 points with just under 6 minutes to go. My God, this is a good game.
Honestly, for a home opener, triple header season break start, this is a great beginning.
And the kickoff from Westshore.
Oh, it does go 10.
Goes 10. Great work there from Hall to understand the rules.
Oh, can she fight?
Now Stingent goes in. Finds Kiki.
A little isolated.
She goes herself. She's got Brooks
support
with her. That ball was out. Sinclair running through, gets brought down.
Fight for it. Fight in the breakdown. This is where you need it, girls. Ball's out.
Backwards, says the referee. Counter ruck is no good. Gillis picks it up, trying to clean things up for Westshore. She finds a gap.
Oh,
almost gets through.
Just brought down.
Tackle from her opposite prop. She stays on her feet somehow. They're just on the try line now. Westshore goes and gets
Westshore
it.
scores.
Wow. That was awesome.
For those of you at home who do not quite understand what happens, if you're tackled, you are allowed to release the ball, stand back up to your feet, and have clear access at it as long as it's not in a ruck. So what she did there, she got tackled, she got back up to her feet, she scooped it up again, and continued to run. The amount of hamstring strength required to do that couldn't be me.
That was a great way to answer it by Westshore after that Burnaby try.
Honestly, wonderful work from the whole team there between a short kick that goes like 7 meters and rolls over to the 10 to some quick pickups, some collisions. And they even weathered the storm there. There was that breakdown where I was a little shocked. I thought Burnaby might have turned that ball over with the counter ruck and blown through. due to a
Burnaby Lake looking to reset things here. Down by 7.
It's a 1-try game again. Collected on the kick.
Grant carries for the Valkyries. Brooks, just overhead. That's okay. Valkyries hold on to it.
Marching.
McKay goes in, has support.
This is what they need
Now
now.
Gillis, she's had a great game today.
They need to retain this ball.
Another big hit from Nairo Basali.
She is all over the park today. A little chip over.
But Hibbs collects it for Burnaby. So now they're on the attack inside the Westshore half.
Tough decision to make this tight and this late into a match. You just gave them possession in your half.
Burnaby prop goes in. Big counter ruck from Brooks.
Good she didn't land on the ball.
Ooh. Burnaby's got a player down.
Charlie horse. Cramp?
She does not look okay. That other leg's not moving. Penalty advantage for Burnaby Lake.
She's back to her feet now. The breakdown is getting a little argy-bargy.
Little quick pick and go from Sheldon Houle down that far side.
Some Jocelyn, some jersey grabs.
Now Milburn.
Some steps up the center.
Nairo Basali finds a gap. Has a couple in front of her. Camasioli can't get there. Stingent goes, but no. Nairo Basali is going to put another try on the board, and this one is very close to the post. So they have an opportunity to tie it up with a minute and a half left.
This is crazy.
My goodness.
This is actually crazy.
This is a wild game.
Tied at 36-36 with 90 seconds to go.
Kick still to come. She misses this. That would be Westshore.
I hope the
pretty much winning the game.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Do you know what the precedent is for a tie match at final whistle?
In regular season, it's just a tie.
That's not nearly as fun. I hope the ref makes it go to triple sudden death overtime. That'd be cooler.
Little shootout?
Yeah. You guys ever see Squid Games? That's what it just turns into.
The try scorer, Nairo Basali, goes to tie it up, and she does. So 36-36 is the score. Still time on the clock, says the referee. Westshore is going to have to come up with a miracle to come away with a win. Otherwise, either team's going to have to come up with a miracle to get a win. Otherwise, we're going to end with a tie here.
So the only thing that can stop a ball is a change of phase, like a knock-on to a scrum or taken out of bounds. Penalties will not stop the game clock. So if you get a penalty in your own half, expect the other team to kick it. Break
Milburn
that sudden super
carries
death
it.
overtime.
Burnaby on the attack. Almost loses that ball inside their own half. The captain quick to jump on it.
I am tense.
Now Hindley gives to Nairo Basali, who goes to the air. Interesting decision. Sims catches. Little drawn pass finds. They've got room on the outside. She gets brought down. Support is there from Sims.
I'm pretty sure she grabbed her braids.
Brooks catches that with one hand. Great work. Midfield is Westshore inside Burnaby half, looking to score to end this game. Stingent finds some room, gives outside. And it's backwards, says the referee. So Sinclair will keep playing.
I feel sick. I'm nauseous. Oh.
And it is a penalty for Westshore. That is real lucky. On the 22, they are going to tap and go. Sinclair finds Gillis. Gillis is going to rumble herself. Gets through a few tackles. They're 6-7 meters away.
Support. She's got the support.
Valkyries just need any points on the board to win this game. We are in extra minutes now.
Just hold on to that ball. Produce it.
Sims on the outside
She's
by herself. Brooks is there to support. Burnaby trying to hold her up. doesn't quite go the way they planned. Now going the other way. Kiki.
Oh, no. A little high
She
in that
gets
collision.
double tackled backwards.
Ball is out.
Spills out. Sinclair is able to hold on to it. Sinclair goes herself. Horsfall is there to support.
Burnaby is marching Westshore backwards.
Messy ruck from
this
Burnaby.
is this is big. Okay, girls.
Penalty right in front of the post. Again, any score here would end the game.
This is where
Decision
where
to
you
be
need to
made.
make the kick. You got to make the kick.
Time
Time's
is
called.
off.
Yeah.
There
And
is
this
a
is-
player down right on the penalty mark, so nothing can happen until she is able to move.
And then she'll have 90 seconds to kick it.
The tee is coming out, so Westshore is going to go to the boot.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, Max. I think Westshore is the flipped in the first half in this exact position. You make a decision to go for the breakdown, go for that jackal, get the immediate turnover and release of pressure. You get it, great. You make a mistake, you're under your posts with an opportunity to kick for the opposition to break a tie game in the final minute.
Definitely crazy call from Burnaby to go for that jackal.
Especially
in this
considering
situation.
they were driving Westshore back. The ball came out of the
Yeah.
ruck. They were pushing them backwards on defense, and
She's going for a drop kick. Drop kick to win the game. She gets it.
Whoa, I'm sick. I'm crying and throwing up right now. Holy cow. I'm actually.
That was the most confident call I've ever seen to win a game. If she missed that kick, the game would have ended. It would have just been a tie, but no. She gets it, backs herself, and Westshore, after being up 26-0 early in this game, Burnaby Lake storming back into it, and it ends 39-36 for the Westshore Valkyries.